Yes. Hello students. So in this video we will look at April 2023 attempt, all the questions of kinematics chapter, right? Let us start. So our first question says a particle starts with an initial velocity of 10 meter per second along x direction. Initial velocity of 10 meter per second along x direction. U is given to 10 meter per second. Accelerates uniformly at the rate of 2 meter per second square. Acceleration is 2 meter per second square, right? Acha, please every question pause the video, try the question by yourself. After that you can go through this, right? The solution. So let us see. So initial velocity is given, acceleration is given to you, time taken by the particle to reach the velocity of 60 meter per second. Velocity of 60 meter per second. Time taken. And a basic question of your equation of motion. We'll apply it. First equation of motion, V is equals to U plus AT. 60 is equals to 10 plus 2 into T. 50 by 2 is equals to T. That means T is equals to 25 second, right? Let's look at next question. So let us look at the next question that we have. Kind of what we have done in the last question. Conceptually, some things we have to use. Average velocity we have to find out. Let us look at the question. Let me read it. So the question is, as shown in figure, a particle is moving with constant speed pi meter per second. Okay, this V value is pi meter per second. Considering its motion is from A to B, the magnitude of average velocity is fine. So it is moving with the constant speed whose magnitude is pi meter per second from A to B. They are asking us average velocity. Now beta, from A to B average velocity, what is our average velocity? Velocity average is total displacement by total time. So basically we need to find out the displacement when it moves from A to B and the time taken when it moves from A to B in terms of your V, because V is what is given to us. So how to find out this? A to B displacement. If let me join A to B line, this is your, right? How to find out displacement? This basically the distance between A and B, shortest distance. So this total angle is 120 degree. Let's see if we drop a perpendicular over here. If we drop a perpendicular over here, this, okay, this is radius R, this is R over here. So if we drop a perpendicular, beta, this is total was your 120 degree. Here this is R. So this angle will be your how much? 60. This angle is 60. Similarly, this angle is also 60. Now, if you notice carefully, we want this AB distance. So over here, this distance will be how much? If this is R, this distance will be R cos 60 and this distance will be R sin 60. I hope this is clear. Take a look at this triangle carefully. This triangle. This is R, this angle is 60, this will be R cos 60, this will be R sin 60. What is our AB distance? So similar over here also you have triangle. So this also will be your R cos 60 and this will be R sin 60. So AB, the displacement, AB distance, which is actually for this motion, it is the displacement. AB is coming how much? R sin 60. R sin 60 will be 2R sin 60. Fine. We got our total displacement. Now time. How to find out time? Time taken, beta, when it is moving this angular displacement. This angular displacement is how much? 120 degrees. So we can say theta is equals to omega into t. Angular displacement is equals to angular velocity into time. Angular displacement, how much it is? 120 degree. 120 degree means if I have to write, it will be your 1 pi by 180. So it will be your 2 pi by 3. है ना? Angular displacement is 2 pi by 3 in radian. Omega we can write down what? Because V is given to us, so omega can be written as, we know V is equals to R omega, so omega can be written as V by R. V by R into T. V value. How much is V value given to us? V value in the question is given to us as pi. So pi substituted over here, pi cancel out. Time taken comes out to be 2R by 3 in terms of radius. We got displacement in terms of R, the R that we assume, and time also in terms of R. Let us substitute now. So total displacement is your 2R sin 60. Sin 60 is root 3 by 2 by the time taken to move from A to B. This is your 2R by 3. 2R by 3. 2R cancel. we are getting 3 root 3 by 2. 3 root 3 by 2. Look at the option. Option option number 4. Option number 4 is given to you 1.5 root 3 meter per second. So option number 4 is our correct answer. Some geometry is involved over here to find out this distance we have used over here. So this is it. Remaining, we got our answer. Chalo, let us look at the next question. Beta, next question says area under velocity time graph. There are two statements are given to, statement 1 and statement 2. Statement 1 says area under velocity time graph gives distance traveled by the body. Area under velocity time graph. Now as we know, area under velocity time graph actually gives us displacement. Area under velocity time graph, because it is area above a, this is considered positive, and we also know that velocity is your dx by dt. So dx is equals to integral v dt. So this is your basically integral v dt. If we have velocity, so area under velocity time graph will give us displacement. Area under speed time graph will give us distance. So if we go by that, our answer will be the first statement is wrong. Statement 1 is wrong. Statement 2, if we look at it, what it says, area under acceleration time is equals to change in velocity. No issues with this. So acceleration time, okay, acceleration time we know acceleration is your dv by dt. So dv is equals to a dt and integral dv is equals to integral a dt. So area under acceleration time is change in velocity. So statement 2 is correct, statement 1 is false. So according to that, our option will be option number 3. Okay, statement 1 is incorrect, but statement 2 is true. Fine, let's look at the next question. Okay, so let us see. Basically position time graph for two students are given. Position time graph for two students A and B is given to you, and they have given us some options A, B, C, D, E. Total 5 statements are given. We have to check which are correct. So in this XT graph for A and B, some things are very much clear. Let us see carefully. If we see carefully, this is your X. One thing is very much clear, that slope of B is more than slope of A. Slope of B is more than slope of A. That implies your slope of B is more. That means velocity of B is greater than velocity of A. I hope this point is clear. XT graph is there. Slope of XT gives us velocity. So velocity of B is more than velocity of A. That means B moves faster than A. Next thing, you can see carefully that B will reach, this is your XB, this is your XB, this is your XA. So as we can see from this, XB is greater than XA. That means A lives closer to the school and B lives farther, this distance. Next, if you notice carefully, this is the time taken by A, this is the time taken by B, this is the time taken by B. Now very clearly you can observe that time taken by A is more than time taken by B. So time taken by A is more than time taken by B. Now let us look at all the statements which are given quickly. So A lives closer to the school. So no, this one is A lives closer to the school. Fine. This one is correct. This A is right. Okay, first statement is correct. B lives closer. No. A takes lesser time to reach home. A takes more time to reach home. This is incorrect. A travels faster than B. Speed of B is more. That means B travels faster. Yeah, B travels faster than A. So we have two statements, statement A and statement E, which are correct. So our answer will be your A and E only are the correct. That means option number 1. Fine. Let us look at next question. A person travel x distance with velocity v1 and with velocity v1 and then x distance with velocity v2. Next x distance with velocity v2. Fine. Okay, the average velocity of person is v, then the relation between v1 and v2. Okay, velocity average is v. Velocity average is v. What do we know? Beta, velocity average is equals to total displacement by total time. Total displacement is x plus x 2x divided by total time. Total time is how much? Total time, this one is t1, let's call this as t2. T1 value, if we have to write down, T1 will come out to be distance by speed, that is x by v1. T2 will be x by v2. So over here x by v1 plus x by v2, total time, t1 plus t2. This is v. So v is equals to 2x by v1 plus x by v2. So our answer comes v is equals to 2v1 v2 by v1 plus v2. Now if you look at the options which are given to you, for the options, if we rearrange this, I take over here v1 plus v2 by v1 v2 is equals to 2 by v. If you check it, we will get over here, our option will be your option number 3. Option number 3, we will get 1 by v1 plus 1 by v2 is equals to 2 by v. Okay, option number 3 is the correct answer. This question, many a times this question has been repeated. In every attempt you will find at least one, means in every attempt you will find this question, right? Yeah, fine. Let's look at the next question. Okay, beta. So the next is given to us is, from the VT graph shown, the ratio of distance to displacement in 25 seconds of motion is ratio of distance to displacement, right? Now velocity time graph is given to us. We know something. What is your distance in velocity time graph? It is total area above plus area below, whereas displacement is your what? Displacement is area above minus area below, because velocity time graph, area, this is your positive displacement, this is negative displacement. So displacement from velocity time graph is area above minus area below. Okay, let us see. For that we need to calculate area. What all structure or what all shapes we are getting over here, you can divide according to your understanding. What I am doing is, I am taking, I can see over here there is a trapezium 1. Okay, I am calling this as area A1. This is A1. Then you have this one, another trapezium A2. Then we have this triangle A3, and then you have triangle at the below, that is A4. One by one, let us calculate A1 value. Area of trapezium is half sum of parallel sides 10 plus 5 into the perpendicular distance, that is your 10. Okay, how much we get it? 5, 10 plus 5, 15, 15, 5 is 75. Okay, A2, the area of the second trapezium, again 1 by 2 sum of parallel sides, this is 10, this is your 20, 10 plus 20 into perpendicular distance, that is your 10, 15, that is 5. So this we will get 10 plus 20, 30, 30 by 2, 15, 15 into 5 is again your 75. Okay, next, third is triangle A3. So how much we are getting it over here? It is half into 5 into 20. So we get over here 50. A4 is again triangle, half, it is your base 5 into the perpendicular, this is your 20. Okay, so again we get it 50. Okay, beta. So these are all your area above, and this one is your area below, right? So total distance by displacement, if we have to write down distance by displacement, it is total area will be 75 plus 75, 150, 150 plus 50, 200, 200 plus 50, 250. Okay, displacement is area above minus area below, 150, 200, 200 minus 50 is your 150. How much we are getting it? 5, 3. So the ratio comes out 5:3. Ratio is 5:3. Which option it is? Option number 3. Option number 3 is the correct answer. Let's look at the next question. Okay, so our next question says, a ball is thrown vertically upward with an initial velocity of 150 meter per second. Let's draw the situation. Situation is, a ball is thrown vertically upward, the speed of 150 meter per second. It will go up and then fall down. Okay. The ratio of velocity after 3 seconds and 5 seconds is, velocity after 3 seconds and velocity of after 5 seconds, their ratio is x plus 1 by x. Find the value of x. Now beta, we know one thing, this is your motion under gravity. Throughout the journey acceleration will be constant and it will be minus g, acceleration will be downward minus g. Let us calculate velocity at 3 second and 5 second. So velocity at 3 second will be u minus gt, time is 3, so u 150 minus 10 into 3, 150 minus 30, that is your 120 meter per second. Velocity at 5 second, again u minus gt, 150 minus 10 into 5, we get it 100 meter per second. Let us take their ratio and equate it equals to x plus 1 by x. So 120 by 100 is equals to x plus 1 by x. We get over here 6 5 times. So what we get it, 6x is equals to 5x plus 5, x is equals to 5. Our answer is x is equals to 5, right? Let's look at next question. Yeah. So next question is, a truck and a car moving with same kinetic energy are brought to rest by applying brakes which provide equal retarding forces. So let us draw a situation. Truck and car, okay, are moving with same kinetic energy. Kinetic energy is same, fine. Okay, they are brought to rest by applying brakes which provide same retarding force. So the retarding force which is acting is same on both of them. In their kinetic energies are same, retarding forces are also same. Both comes to rest in equal distance. Fine. So statement 1, let us take a look. They have said that this is the given information and then they are saying that they both of them come to rest in same distance. So beta, basically kinetic energy is given to us. Now over here we will have to use the concept of work energy chapter. What is that? Work done by all forces is equals to delta K, which is your work energy theorem. I hope all of you know this. And work energy theorem, that is work done by all forces equals to delta K. So work done by all forces, for both of them one by one we write down work done by all forces. Work done on this one, the retarding force which is acting F into the distance, let's call it D1. The distance is D1. This is equals to final kinetic energy 0 minus initial kinetic energy K. This is for the truck, okay? D1 distance I have termed. For car, if we write down, this will be minus because it will be your work done will be negative. So minus for car, if I write down, minus F into this distance is D2 is equals to final kinetic energy 0 minus initial kinetic energy K. As you can see carefully from this, D1 and D2, D1 value is what? D1 value is K by F, D2 value is K by F. So obviously the distance both of them, that is your truck and car, will stop in same distance. So statement 1 is correct. Let's look at the statement 2. Statement 2 says a car moving towards east, it's visible here? No. What it says is, I hope you have read the question. A car moving towards east takes a turn and moves towards north. Okay, and moves towards north. So first it is moving towards east and then it takes a turn and moves towards north. The speed remains unchanged, the acceleration of the car is 0. Okay, the condition that is given is first it is moving towards east with the speed v, then it takes a turn and moves towards north with the speed of v. Speed is same. They say that acceleration is 0. Beta, what is acceleration? Acceleration is delta v by delta t. Okay, that is rate of change of velocity. Acceleration is rate of change of velocity. Is velocity same over here? No. Speed is same. Velocity is changing. The direction is changing. Over here it is this I cap direction. This is your j cap. First it is east, then it is going in north, right? So obviously your direction is changing. Direction changes, velocity changes. Velocity changes, that means your acceleration will be there. Without acceleration, particle's direction will not change or the body's direction will not change. So acceleration is there, that means statement 2 is wrong. So which one we get over here? Statement 1 is true and statement 2 is incorrect. Statement 1 is correct and statement 2 is incorrect. Fine. So let us look at the next question. Okay, beta. So our next question is, two trains A and B of length L and 4L. Two trains A and B A length is L and B of length 4L. ठीक है, are traveling in a tunnel of length capital L. They are traveling in a tunnel. So let's say this is your tunnel of length capital L. Okay. In parallel tracks from opposite direction with velocities 108 km per hour and 72 km per hour. This one is moving, they are in opposite direction, they are entering in opposite direction on two tracks, है ना, two parallel tracks, and their speeds are 108 km per hour and this is 72 km per hour. Fine. What it says is that if train A takes 35 seconds less time than train B to cross the tunnel, then length L, that is capital L of the tunnel is. So let's say that time taken by A is TA, time taken by B to cross this tunnel is TB, and the relation that is given is that TA is taking 35 seconds less, that means TB is taking 35 seconds more. So what can we write? TB minus TA, time taken by B minus time taken by A, should be equals to 35 seconds. Fine. They are asking us this capital L. Also in the question it is given to you that this capital L is equals to 60 times small l. All this data is given, it's visible. 60 times small l, है ना? L is equals to 60 times small l. All this data is given to you. ठीक है बेटा, first of all we have drawn the diagram for this. Diagram we have drawn and step by step we will solve it. Now let's calculate the time taken by train A to cross this tunnel, time taken by B to cross this tunnel, and then substitute in this over here in this equation, right? Now first of all this speed is 108, so 108, that means how much it will be? 108 into 5 by 18. If we convert it into meter per second, it will come out to be 6, so that means 30 meter per second. And for B train it will be 72 into 5 by 18, that is your 20 meter per second. Fine. So this is 20 meter per second and this is 30 meter per second. Okay. Next step is, so this is going 30 and this is moving with 20 meter per second. Let us write down the time taken by A. Now beta, how much time A will take? Time taken by A will be distance traveled by speed. How much distance it need to travel to cross this tunnel? L, the length of the tunnel, plus its own length, right? L, that is capital L, plus its own length, it has to travel. This much distance it has to travel to cross this completely. When this train will come over here like this, then only it will cross. So for this, how much it has to travel? This capital L plus when it will completely cross, it will be outside. So this much distance is small l. How much it is? L plus its own length, that is your capital L plus small l, that means 60L plus L, that means 61L divided by speed, that means 30. Fine. Time taken by B. Similarly, we can write down how much distance it has to cover. Length of the tunnel plus its own length, that means 60L, this is your given to us, 60L plus 4L, that is your 64L divided by speed is 20. Fine. Let us substitute now. TA and TB we got it. Let's substitute over here. 64L by 20 minus 61L by 30 is equals to 35. Let's simplify this. We can make it 3 times. This will be 2 times. So we get 64 into 3, we'll get 192L minus 61 into 2, that is 122L is equals to 35. Fine. 192 minus 122, that will be your 70L by 60 is equals to 35. That means L is equals to 35 into 60 by 70. 7 5 times, 10 times, cancels out. What are we getting? L value is coming out to be 5 into 6, that is 30. This is small l. This is your small l. They are asking us in the question they are asking us length of the tunnel, that is capital L. So what can I write it over here, beta? Capital L is equals to 60 times small l. So our answer will be 60 into small l value is 30. 6 3 is 18, 0 0. Right? How much it is? 1800 meter. Option, which option है? 1800 meter. That means option number 3. Option number 3 is the right answer, right? Okay, then let's look at the next question. Yeah. So next question says the distance traveled by an object in time t is given by s is equals to 2.5 t square. This is distance s is distance over here. The instantaneous speed of the object at t equals to 5 seconds. Fine. So beta speed, instantaneous speed, if I have to write, let's call it v. V is equals to what? Rate of change of distance, that is ds by dt. So v is equals to, if we differentiate it, it will come 2.5 into 2, that is your 5t at t equals to 5 seconds. 5 into 5, that means our answer is 25 meter per second. Simple question, right? 25 meter per second is our answer. Fine. Yeah. So our next question is a passenger sitting in a train A moving at 90 km per hour. Passenger sitting in train A moving at 90 km per hour. Okay. Observes another train B moving in the opposite direction for 8 seconds. Fine. In opposite direction, another train B is moving. And with respect to A, how much time B is taking? 8 seconds it is taking. Okay. 8 seconds with respect to A it is taking. Respect to. Fine. If the velocity of train B is 54 km per hour, okay, then the length of train B is, this they are asking us. Now beta, if you notice carefully, first of all they are given to us in kilometer per hour. So if we do it 90 into 5 by 18, so this will come out to be your 25 meter per second. This will be 54 into 5 by 18, so this will come out to be your 15 meter per second. So we converted them. Now what we have is, this is 15 meter per second. Velocity of B with respect to A, because person is sitting in A and observing B to cross. It's a question of relative motion. So what is velocity of B with respect to A? Velocity of B minus velocity of A. Velocity of B, if you notice carefully, is it is going in this direction, that means minus 15. Velocity of A, that is minus 25. So how much it will be? Minus 40 meter per second. Minus is indicative of the negative direction. Speed is 40 meter per second. So speed of B with respect to A, if I have to write, it is your 40 meter per second. So what can we write down? How much time it is taking? B is taking to cross with respect to A. So time will be your distance, length L, divided by its speed, that is 40. So what can we write it? 8 is equals to L by 40. So L is equals to 8 into 40, 8 for 32. So our answer is 320 meter, right? This is our answer. Let's look at our next question. So our question is, the position of particle related to time is given by x is equals to, x as a function of time t is given to us, x is equals to 5t square minus 4t plus 5. Okay, the magnitude of velocity of the particle at t equals to 2 seconds. Okay, velocity at t equals to 2 seconds they are asking us, beta. We know velocity. First of all, let us calculate velocity as a function of time t. Velocity is dx by dt. So dx by dt, if we do it, how much it will come? 10t minus 4. Now let's substitute t as 2 seconds. 10 into 2 minus 4, 20 minus 4, that is your 16 meter per second. So what is our velocity at t equals to 2 seconds? That is your 16 meter per second. So our answer will be your third option, right? Let us look at the next question. So beta, the questions that we have done up till now, all of them were from your motion in 1D. Now we will be looking at questions of motion in 2D, right? So let us start. The first question we have is in motion in 2D part. It says when a body is projected at an angle of 45 degrees, its range maximum, right? What is our range? Range is given as u square sine 2 theta by g. When do we get maximum range? When this value is 1. This value is 1, for that theta value should be 45, right? We know this. This is a very basic information that range maximum happens at theta equals to 45. Okay, so this is a correct statement. Next says for maximum range the value of sine theta 2 theta will be equals to 1. Yes, right. When theta is 45, sine 2 theta will become sine 90 and which is equals to your 1. Therefore, our range maximum comes out u square by g. And that means A is right, R is right, and R is the correct explanation. Reason is that means it's the correct reasoning. So our answer will be your second answer. Second option will be our correct answer. Right. Let's look at the next question. Yeah. So a question says two projectiles A and B are thrown with initial velocities of 40 meter per second and 60 meter per second. Okay. 40 meter per second and 60 meter per second at an angle of 30 degree and 60 degrees with horizontal respectively. 30 degrees and 60 degree respectively. The ratio of their ranges respectively is fine. Simple question. So range for first one, what can I write it? Let's call this as u1, this is your u2. So range for first one, we will get it as basically your 40 square sine of 2 theta. Sine 2 theta will become sine 60 by g. Okay. R2 range for second one, what we will get it? U square, for this it is your 60, that means 60 square sine of 2 times of 60 is sine 120 by g. If we take the ratio R1 by R2, if we take R1 by R2, we will get over here 40 by 60 whole square into sine 60 by sine 120. Sine 60 is root 3 by 2, sine 120 is root 3 by 2. It will cancel out, 1:1 will get it. This is your 2 times, this is your 3 times. Our answer will be 4 by 9. Okay. Which option it is? Option number 4. 4 by 9 is our answer. Let's look at next question. Okay. The question is, the trajectory of a projectile projected from the ground is given by y is equals to x minus x square by 20. Fine. This is trajectory equation for a projectile is given y equals to x minus x square by 20. Well and good. Where x and y are measured in meter, the maximum height attained by the projectile is, they are asking us height h, right? Okay, let's see what is our projectile equation. The trajectory equation that we know for projectile, we know we can write it as trajectory equation as y equals to x tan theta minus x square tan theta by r. Let's compare these two. When we compare these two, your x coefficient is 1, that means your tan theta value is 1. Very nice. Tan theta 1, that means your theta value is 45 degrees. Angle of projection is 45. Next, over here x square coefficient is your 1 by 20 and we have over here tan theta by r. So tan theta by r is equals to 1 by 20, right? Tan theta is 1, so r value comes out over here 20 meter. We want height. Now beta, we know the relation between height and range. What is our relation between height and range? Relation between height and range is h by r is equals to tan theta by 4. From this I can write down h by 20 is equals to tan theta is 1 by 4, which we will get it h value as 5 meter, right? Let's look at the next question. Yeah. So the question says the range of the projectile projected at an angle of 15 degrees with horizontal is 50 meter. Okay. Range is 50 meter when your theta is 15 degree. Well and good. Okay. Some speed is u. Let's consider it as u. Next, if it says if the projectile is projected with same velocity at an angle of 45 degree with horizontal, then its range will be with the same speed, but theta is 45, then what is your range value? This is a question, simple question. First situation, this one, let us write down range. Range is your u square sine 2 theta by g. So r value is 50. 50 into 10 is equals to u square into sine 2 theta. Sine 2 into 15, that is sine 30, right? So from here we will get u square value will come out to be beta 500 into 2. So u square is 1000. Okay, u square is 1000. Next, initial velocity, if we have to write, it will be your 10 root 10 meter per second. Anyways, we want to find out range for this angle. So what will be your range now? R dash will be u square sine of 2 times 45 sine 90 by g. R dash is equals to u square is 1000 sine 91 by g. So range comes out 100 meter. 100 meter is our answer. Option 3. Third option is the correct answer. Let's look at next question. Yeah. Again, projectile question only. Projectile questions are coming up. Let's see. So two projectiles are projected at angle 30 degree and 60 degree with horizontal with same speed. Okay. Same speed u 30 degrees, u 60 degrees, है ना, 30 degrees and 60 degree with horizontal. The ratio of maximum height attained by the two projectiles respectively is, fine, well and good. Height, what is the formula for height in projectile beta? Height, maximum height is given as u square sine square theta by 2g. So we can write down in both the cases h1 by h2. If we do 2g will cancel out, है ना, we can write down again u is also common, but anyways let's write u square sine square theta, that means your sine 30 square by u square sine square 60. How much we are getting? Sine 30 square, that will be 1 by 2 whole square will be your 1 by 4. Sine 60 root 3 by 2 square will be your 3 by 4. Cancels out. So our answer is 1:3. h1 by h2 is 1 by 3. Right? Let's look at next question. Yeah. So question says a projectile fired at 30 degrees to the ground is observed to be at same height at time 3 second and 5 second after projection. Fine. So what is given is this, it is projected at an angle of 30 degrees, speed, let's take it as u. So this will be the trajectory of projectile. What it says is that it is at same height at 3 second and 5 second. Let's consider this position and this position, you know, we are considering it, so that at this point they are at same height. This is 3 second and this is your 5 second, same height h and h, well and good. During its flight, the speed of projection of the projectile is dash meter per second. This u they are asking us. Now beta, height are same. As we know, in projectile height we deal in your y direction, and in y direction you have uniformly accelerated motion. So it is all about your motion in y direction. What can we do over here? Component of this, we can do initial velocity component. This will be your u cos theta, u cos 30, and this one will be your u sin 30. Fine, well and good. At 3 second and 5 second, it is your same height. So ideally, what will we write? Sy is equals to uyt minus half gt square, right? At 3 second and at 5 second, your displacement is same. At 3 second and at 5 second, displacement is same in y direction. So we will write down two equations. At 3 second, we can write h is equals to uy into t, that is 3 minus half g. So 5 into 3 square is 9. We'll get h is equals to 3 uy minus 45, equation 1, right? Second, we can write down again at t equals to 5 second, y direction displacement is h. So h is equals to uy into 5 minus 1 by 2 into g, that is again 5 into 5 square is 25. So what do we get it? H is equals to 5 uy minus 125. Okay. This is what we got it. Now let us simplify. We want to find out your u initial speed. So 2 minus 1. If we do 2 minus 1, what are we getting? H minus h0 is equals to 5 uy minus 3 uy is 2 uy. Over here it will come minus 125 plus 45, right? We'll get over here 125 minus 45 is equals to 2 uy. How much it comes out? This is your 80. 80 by 2 is equals to uy, right? So uy value is 40 meter per second, uy value is 40 meter per second, and uy is what? U sine 30. Uy is U sine 30. So U sine 30 is equals to 40. That implies U into 1 by 2 is equals to 40. That implies U value is 80 meter per second. Right? So our answer is 80 meter per second is the initial velocity. Right? Let's look at next question. Yeah. So our question says, a projectile is projected at 30 degree from horizontal with initial velocity of 40 meter per second. Okay. So initial velocity 40 meter per second, angle of projection is 30 degree. They are asking us the velocity of projectile at t equals to 2 seconds from the start will be. Right. So at t equals to 2 seconds, they are asking us velocity. At t equals to 2 seconds, they are asking us velocity, right? Now, in projectile, how do we find out velocity? In x direction, in y direction, and then we will find the net velocity. In x separately, in y separately, and then net. So in x direction, if we find out, what can we write? In x direction, velocity always remains constant. So vx value will be nothing but u cos theta. U cos theta, how much is our u? 40 into cos of 30. That implies this comes out 40 into root 3 by 2. So 20 root 3. Right? This is in x direction. Let us look velocity in y direction at 2 seconds. In y direction, velocity we find out with time. It is given as Vy is equals to Uy minus Gt. Vy at t equals to 2 seconds. Uy value is how much? 40 sine 30. 40 sine 30. Sine 30 is 1 by 2 minus G into 2. So we get over here 20 minus 20, that is 0. Vy value is 0. Vy value is 0. That implies this particle is at t equals to 2 seconds, it is at the topmost point. Anyways, we want the velocity. So only you will have your 20 root 3 as the net velocity, only x component velocity. So what is our answer? It will be 20 root 3, option number 1, right? Fine. So with this, we have completed all questions of April 2023 attempt, right? I hope you found this video helpful, and if you liked it, just press the like button and subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much. Bye bye.